What's up, guys? I have a raiding strategy video for you today, and in this video I'm going to be showing you how to properly use hunters to your advantage in raids. And this goes for whatever level you are in the game, whatever might you are. This is going to help you no matter what. The hunter is a tier 1 troop, but they come in, they are very useful for what I'm going to show you. And the reason I choose hunters over pyromancers. Pyromancers' hiring time is 40 seconds compared to hunters is 25 seconds. And also hunters have more hit points and they're less mana to hire them. So that's why I use those instead of pyromancers. And my camps are like level 11 and 12, and it only takes 17 seconds to hire one of these troops, so it's not very long at all. And you're going to want to, if you're going to be raiding with them, you're going to want to always keep it maxed out so it keeps on producing these troops. Even when you're in the middle of a raid and one of your hunters dies, it will automatically start making a new one at your army camp even though you're still in the raid. So it doesn't cost you, you don't have to wait any time, any extra time or anything like that. And now with Here Be Monsters, everyone's base is set up for Here Be Monsters. So they have their base, all their stuff in the middle, towers, heroes, and then they have all their other buildings pretty much around their base in a circle. So that when you go to attack with your heroes, they're going to target one of these buildings, and then they're going to be forced to go all the way around this whole base. And there's ways around that where if you just start off with Druid and he clears away a little bit, and then you drop your other heroes whatever way Druid goes. That works sometimes, but it's much easier to do what I'm about to show you, and it's going to save you a lot of headaches because, as you know, if you just drop your heroes and they start running around this base, they're just going to be taking damage from the towers, and 9 times out of 10, Druid is just going to run off by himself into the middle of their base and just get destroyed by everything in there. So here we go, we're going to jump into it, and I'm going to show you the first base. So here we have the first base, and as you can see, it's set up for Here Be Monsters with all these other buildings around it. So what you're going to do with the hunters, and they have a little patch of decorations there that made it a little bit difficult. I could have went in the other side, but there's a town hall over there, so I didn't want to get into that because it has a lot more hit points than these buildings on this side. So this is what you're going to do. You're going to drop your hunters, and they're basically going to clear out these buildings for you so that you're not forced to drop your heroes on them and risk getting your heroes split up or taking damage from the towers or, any problems that could happen. So it only takes a little bit of time to clear out this whole wall of buildings, and luckily on this base they didn't have any green garrison to make the towers range more, so only a couple of my archers are taking damage as they're clearing out the side of buildings. So once that side is all cleared out, you're good to go ahead and drop your troops, and they're going to go straight for the middle of the base, and then all you do is drop your Guardian Angel in Frenzy, and they're just going to run through the whole middle of this base in a couple of seconds. And those hero bombs scared me a little bit there, but it was no big problem. So as you can see, all the threats of this base are taken out, and now your heroes can run out and just clean up the rest of the buildings with no threat whatsoever. Now if I was to raid this base without archers, I would probably be going around the whole base, and it might be fine, I might make it through it, but sometimes you're going to get destroyed if you do it like that because Druid's going to split up. So here we go, that was an easy one. I did lose Pumpkin Duke, I have no idea how, but that was a fluke. So here's the next base, and at this base at first glance, you're like, oh, I might be able to just drop my heroes right here and they'll run into the middle of the base. But sometimes I try that, I think I'm good, and my heroes still aggro these buildings over here. So we're just going to take these out with the archers, and archers are good because they are a ranged attack, meaning if you were to use Guardians, then they're going to have to be right up on those buildings, putting them closer to the range of the towers. So that's why I use hunters as well. And as soon as these couple buildings are taken out right here, then we're good to just go ahead and drop our heroes without fear of them aggroing an outside building and being forced to run all the way around and aggro, splitting up, stuff like that. So just wait for the archers to destroy these last couple mana vaults here. And I actually didn't notice I could just drop them right in the middle, but hey, you guys get the point. So you drop your heroes, drop Guardian Angel and Frenzy, and they're just gonna clean up the whole middle pretty quickly. And a Guardian Angel and Frenzy combo is so useful for raids and dungeons. For 6 seconds, they're not going to take any damage whatsoever. So you want to make that 6 seconds as useful as possible, which means taking out their heroes pretty much. Alright, we got another base here, and this is set up the same way. It's a little different design, but it has all the buildings going around it. And if you were to not have archers, then your heroes are just going to follow this path all the way around. And ranged heroes like Druid and Spirit Mage and Cupid, they have a different AI than Thunder God and Pumpkin do. So they're ranged attacks, so it takes them a less amount of space to be able to attack a building than Thunder God and Pumpkin do. So that's why they will split off, and Druid will go run for the middle of this base because it could take aggro from, say, these Gold Vault and Mana Vault here that are on this wall, while your non-ranged heroes will just keep going in the circle. You know what I mean? I don't know if I explained that correctly, or even if you guys know what the hell I'm talking about, but it might have made sense. I don't know. But alright, we're just going to do the same thing as in the last two bases. We're going to clear out a little space here so that we have room to drop our heroes without them getting sucked into the circle around the base. And when you get into towers that have garrisons like these ones, level 4, 2, 3, 3, purple garrisons, they're going to eat your heroes up. And if Druid's following your heroes, Druid's not going to get as many hits on the buildings as he should, so he's not going to be healing your heroes. Alright, so we got that cleared out. We're going to do the same thing. GA, Frenzy, and bam. Thunder God procs. All the heroes are gone in seconds. Then we got all these towers, which aren't as powerful without the heroes helping them. And this is real time, guys. It's over in seconds. And then it doesn't matter if they split up after that because there's no real threat to them. So this helps a lot. I remember when Here Be Monsters first came out and bases started getting designed like this, it used to piss me off so bad when my heroes would just circle a base and just get annihilated by towers, and Druid would split off. It's just a bad situation. So hopefully this helps you guys. I'm sure some of you already maybe use this technique, maybe you don't. So I just wanted, it was just an idea I had for the video. I just want to get into more raids and dungeon videos. So this is the first of that pretty much. Here's another base set up like that. We're just going to take out this wall of mana mills, and we're going to take out this army camp. And that's going to give us enough room to where I could drop, rather than drop my heroes by this army camp in the bottom middle here, I'm going to drop it over by where these mana vaults were, because by doing that, the only target it has is the mana vaults on the inside of the base. So once we clean up with this, I will show you what I'm talking about. Alright, now those are all out of the way. We're going to get our heroes going. And we're going to drop right here. There's nothing on this. Oh, fail. Alright, so now they're going to target that mana vault. And we're going to drop GA, drop a Frenzy, Thunder God procs and everything just blows up. And then it's just to clean up the middle from there. Just like the last two bases that I showed you. So this is why 90% of the time I have hunters with me when I'm doing raids, and you can see all this gold I'm getting. And I would have to say, if I did not have these hunters, I don't think I would be doing these bases as easy. Now, this last base, I had to raid this base because it's a Superman symbol. Look how bad this thing looks, so badass, but it's not very effective, as you're about to see. So I chose to, right now I'm looking at where I want to enter this base at, and I'm just going to go ahead and choose up top. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to drop about 20 to 30 archers, And what that's going to do is take all the aggro from the towers so that my heroes aren't taking aggro from the towers right away. I mean, towers only shoot one arrow at a time, guys, so if you drop 30 archers, they're not, you know what I mean? It's not going to be too much of a problem. So I do that, drop the Frenzy in there, Guardian Angel, use a little Restoration, and then we just go through this base. But big ups to this guy for his design. Alright guys, thanks for watching. That's going to do it for this video. I will see you guys in the next video. Like I said, hopefully this helped you guys out a little bit. If not, then I don't know, you might think I'm an idiot, whatever it may be. I thought it was a good idea for a video. Alright, I appreciate all the support, guys. See you in the next one.